If you are over 40 years old and you hear a lot about building a brand or building a business and marketing and campaigning, and you don't fully understand that, today I want to talk to you about a brand. Why it's important for you to build a personal brand. I'm not going to talk about all those other aspects. I just said that just because a lot of times when you've been working a corporate job for so long, you hear these terms, but you don't understand what they really mean. I'm going to break down what I believe branding is. First, I'm going to read it by definition, and then I'm going to give you what my understanding of it is adjacent to what the definition of. I'm going to share that with you, okay? So by definition, a brand is a noun, okay? It's a type of product, let me start over. Type of product manufactured by a particular company under a particular name. To me, branding is simply what people know about you. At its simplest terms, what do people know about you? How do people feel about you when they're around you, when you're not around? And also too, this is something that I often share with my clients, is that you are already branded. Regardless if you understand what the term means or not, you are already branded. If you show up to work late, typically, or show up to work just on time, like that's your brand. If you wear heels all the time, people will just start to associate you with certain things, and that becomes what people know you for. Now, when you are on purpose branding yourself, I believe that's when you are becoming consciously aware, trying to do your best to control how people see you, feel you, and experience you. And I'll talk about how to do that in a minute. But I want you guys to think about this. A type of product manufactured by a particular company or under a particular name. You are a product. You were created to solve a problem. Eyeglasses were created to solve vision problems. Doctors were created to solve health problems. Spiritual pastors were created to solve spiritual problems. You were created to solve customer service problems. You were created to make people happy. Like, you are a product. Now, you are the product, okay? You are the product manufactured by a company. What is the company that you are manufactured by? God. This is my interpretation of branding adjacent to this definition. You under a particular company. Your company is God, the creator of the universe. So what did the creator of the universe create you to do? What are you supposed to produce here on the earth? So that's what I want to talk to you today about. Now, if you work a corporate job, I need you to listen to me. There is so much that you know about the company that you've been with. Say you've been with this company for 15 years, 20 years, and you've trained so many employees that have come in, the managers, people come to you all the time. Have you ever thought about creating a training, like creating a workbook, so you can create this system one time and they can utilize it over and over and over again? That's a way to personally brand yourself. Even if you're not going to become an entrepreneur. Don't become an entrepreneur. You don't have to become an entrepreneur, but you should become conscious of how you are showing up in the world, especially with so many changes. I have a client that a couple years ago, she quit her job. And if you know who I'm talking, if you watching this video, say your name in the comment section. She quit her job a couple years ago, and her company, the company that she left, brought her back on as a consultant. Hello, and this is how I feel. And y'all tell me if I'm right or wrong in this, or if you can't do this. You know how when you in a relationship and you don't want you want that dude to know, you can nigga, I can change my mind. Okay. You're not the only one, right? Is that I feel if you're working at a company, I've talked to people that won't create their own brand because they don't want their company to know about it. And to me, in my mind, as me and my sister would say, I feel if you do create that, that shows the company how you become more valuable to the company. Who knows, they may open up a whole new job for you to just be training people and you're no longer sitting in a cubicle. I don't know. Like, to me, I've never worked a traditional job, so I don't know. But in my mind, like, if I was working somewhere, I'd be like, okay, if I've been working at Target for the past 10 years, oh, you better believe I'm going to create a manual, and I've been successful in that company. Child, I'm going to create a little workbook or a little something on how I did what I did. Like, that's a way to personally brand yourself, because the way that things are today, you guys, with so many companies changing, I mean, drastically how they're run, it's important for you to create your own brand. So start to think about that. If you are over 40 and you have always been that person, like, I don't like online, this is something else. Here's a way to start soft. And I know this is probably going to blow your wig. Like, what did you just tell me to do? Because who does that and who's reading those? But a lot of people are. This is a way to start soft. Like, I know a lot of people that work corporate for a long time, they don't feel comfortable sharing sharing what they eating and sharing what they wearing and all that intimate content that you see on social media. This is what I'm going to advise you to do. I know, clutch your pearls. Clutch your pearls. I'm going to advise you to start a blog. Like, literally start writing, especially if you love to write. Start publishing a weekly, daily, every 3-day blog. And here's the thing. You got to think long term. That blog that you're going to be posting on, it's not just going to be a blog. Eventually you can turn that into a book that you publish later on. Like, you got to think outside of the box. Like, there's so many ways to become your own personal brand. And especially, like, I've been seeing a lot of companies saying, like, almost denouncing people's degrees. And I've also been seeing a lot of people upset with that because they've spent so much money on these degrees. And now companies are not hiring based on degrees, now hiring based off of skill set. If you can write a book and bring that much value to a company, a book about their company that they can utilize, like, you ain't gotta tell them. Like, don't even tell them. Just write the book, write a little training on the side, and then take it to your HR department or whoever you talk to. Take it to, or if you're in HR, if you're watching this video right now and you're a part of the HR department and you don't have a book for your team, what are you doing? Especially you, what are you doing? I do work with people that are in management and that are in HR and they don't have books. You guys, write a book, document this thing. You ain't got to do it right now. I understand, unless you like me and you want to get it done today, do it today. But just start the blog, document it. Say, we have how many more days until the end of the year? Say, you know what, for the rest of the year, I'm going to publish a weekly blog, daily blog, whatever. And at the end of this, on January 1, boom, I'm busting out with my book and I'm going to surprise my company with it. Like, you guys, it's time to personally brand yourself. And remember, you're already branded. You already make people feel a certain way. Like, you already do. And now it's time to, and I hate to say this, and my youngest daughter would hurt me, to hear me say this. However, if you brand yourself correctly, you can create your own economic system. And you don't have to worry about who's in office, what the economy is doing, because you will have created your own economic system. Why? Because you became so valuable to the marketplace. Value. Be more valuable to the marketplace, and you will create your own personal brand. And people will be drawn to you.